This is the Beyond the Box dumbbell workout. Before getting into the workout, check out the BestBox app or the Instagram post for the warm up. Get ready for the workout, but increasing your heart rate, increasing your body temperature, and you should start to swell a little bit before you get into it. Today's workout is an AMRAP style Metcon. In 12 minutes, you're going to complete as many rounds and reps as possible of 3 hand release push-ups. Following that, you're going to go into 3 dumbbell bent over rows. And then we go to 6 hand release push-ups and 6 dumbbell bent over rows. 9 hand release push-ups and 9 dumbbell bent over rows. You're going to continue this pattern, adding 3 reps each round until 12 minutes expires. See how far into this workout we can get, how deep, how many reps, how much volume can we accumulate throughout the 12 minutes. A couple things we want to be mindful of in these movements, fairly straightforward, fairly easy for some of us, is maintaining solid midline. So maintaining really good core engagement and having the right alignment and the right positions for the push-ups. Want to make sure that when we're doing our push-ups, that we're not flaring the elbows out to the sides. We want to squeeze the shoulders and pull the elbows down and have a 45-degree angle. If I were to put my elbows up in front of me, I have a front rack position. This is the same position that I would press from, or the same position that I would pull myself down into if I'm doing a pull-up or a push or a press. And then from here, we just kind of bring the elbows back, and whether I'm pushing or pulling from here, my elbow should be at a 45-degree angle. If you look at me from behind, notice where my shoulders are. I'm shrugging my shoulders here, and as I squeeze my shoulders together and pull my elbows down, getting to this 45-degree position, I have a nice engagement. My traps aren't overactivated, my shoulders aren't shrugging, and I have a really solid, strong position here. So we're going to maintain that position, our shoulders, when we're on the ground. So for the hand release push-up, it is a push-up all the way to the ground, so you're going to lift up all the way to the ground. Chest touches the ground, and it should be our chest that touches the ground first. So from a push-up position, hips at the same height as the shoulders, so squeeze your glutes and pull your rib cage down towards your pelvis. I'm going to lower myself down, squeeze to the shoulders, bring myself down to the ground. My chest was the first to touch. Try not to let your legs touch the ground. Keep that core engagement. Keep your legs and hips nice and tight. Hands off, so hand release. Bring your elbows back. Plant. Press back up overhead, maintaining midline stability. Back down. Hand release. Plant. Press. Once I've done my 3 reps there, I would then go to my bent over rows. Now, we don't have to go from our toes. If you want to, we can go from the knees. Make sure that when we're going from the knees, we're not staying in a crawling position. We're squeezing our glutes, pushing hips forward, and I'm in a nice straight line here where there should be no hinging or breaking at the hip here. So hips nice and straight. Lower yourself to the ground. Hands off, release, plant, press back up, maintaining a straight line through the hips up to the shoulders. So we can scale down to the knees, and if we need to, if we're having a hard time getting out of the push-up, out of the bottom of the push-up, then we can actually bring some of the floor up towards us. So get maybe a pad or a stack of books or a cushion or a pillow, and get that underneath your chest if you have a hard time getting all the way down to the floor. That's going to allow you to get to the bottom position of the deepest part of your push-up, release the hands and press back up. And if you absolutely have to, you can always resort to going to a push-up from the knees or push-up from the toes, just a regular push-up. Just make sure that we keep the elbows down at the sides and maintain that 45-degree angle. Same angle is going to be maintained when we go into the bent over rows. So bent over rows, stand the weight up, and then we're going to hinge at the hips, bend over, keep your shoulders nice and engaged, maintain a neutral spine, and maintain that solid midline activation that we had in the push-up. Squeeze the shoulders, pull the elbows back, bringing the dumbbells up to our chest. Notice that my elbows, I'm still maintaining 45-degree angle. If I look at you, show you this way, you can kind of see my elbows are maintaining that 45-degree position. No one does rows this way. This is very hard on the shoulders. So have that angle, keep that 90 degrees. And it's almost like my elbows are pointing to like the corners of the gym behind me. So if you're in a room, set yourself up. If you're not sure, pull the elbows back, and the elbows should be pointing out to the sides a little bit behind you. And if it was in the middle of a room, I'd be pointing back to the corners behind me. So just to recap, 12-minute AMRAP. Start in round 1 with 3 hand release push-ups, and then 3 dumbbell bent over rows. Round 2, you go into 6 and 6. Round 3, you go into 9 and 9. Remember that you're going to continue to add 3 reps to each round until 12 minutes is up. Get after it and have fun.